late number 56, Jim Courtney. And at the bases, number 23, Dylan Self. Pair fans, please be on the lookout for foul balls as they may leave the playing field at any time. We remind you to pay attention while you enjoy your time here at David Story Field.
Oh, you don't remember what year you stayed with? Come on. You don't know what year? I'm looking at the book and take a look at it. What do you got, 20? Yeah, 14? You got a program? I'll grab one. You got a program? What year did Austin stay with you guys? Or what year?
Springfield Drifters is announced by head coach Jeff Lyle. Leading up in center field, number 26, Jack Brooks. Heading second, the right fielder, number 27, Cesar Chavez. Heading third, the second baseman, number 4, Cooper Mullins. Heading fourth, the designated hitter, number 19, Isaiah Navarro. Heading fifth, the first baseman, number 22, Nolan Miller. Heading sixth, the catcher, number 35, Preston Armstrong. Heading seventh, the third baseman, number 21, Logan Lundmark. Heading eighth, the left fielder, number 9, Elliott Brown. Heading ninth, the shortstop, number 2, Ryan Scar. Starting pitcher for the Springfield Drifters, number 3, Connor Holiday. Leading off in center field from Washington State University, number 26, Matt Priest. Heading second, the left fielder from UC Santa Barbara, number 8, Liam Barrett. Heading third, the right fielder from Utah Tech, number 19, Finnegan Stewart. Heading fourth, the designated hitter from USC, number 13, Jared Sable. Heading fifth, playing third base from UC Santa Barbara, number 27, Jeremiah Brady. Heading sixth, the second baseman from Loyola Columbia College, number 2, Brandon Oram. Heading seventh, the first baseman from UC Santa Barbara, number 17, Jack Eisner. Heading eighth, the catcher from Northwest Nazarene University, number 5, Holt Williams. Heading ninth, the shortstop from Pacific Lutheran University, number 6, Brandon Lundberg. Starting pitcher for the Blackbears tonight is number 48 from UC Santa Barbara, making his home debut, Hudson Haber. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem by one of our dedicated Black Bear staff, straight from the Home Plate Club. Let's give a warm welcome to Alexis Coble.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we had
The fans are ready. The Black Bears are ready. Let's play ball!
It is a beautiful Saturday night here at David Story Field as we are about to get ready for Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Cowlitz Black Bears and the Springfield Drifters. Now the Black Bears won a 1-run contest, finally ending their 8-game losing streak, taking Game 1 of the series by a score of 4-3 as they'll look to take the series, winning their first series at home this season. Drifters, on the other hand, fall to 12-16 after that 1-run loss, as they will try to even the series up at 1 here on this July 5th in Longview, Washington. Let's take a look at the Drifters lineup. It'll be Jack Brooks leading it off in center field, Cesar Chavez in right field, batting second, Cooper Mullins at second base, batting third, Isaiah Ibarra, the cleanup hitter, the DH, Nolan Miller at first, batting fifth. Preston Armstrong catching, batting sixth. Logan Honma, the third baseman, batting seventh. Elliott Brown, the center fielder, batting eighth. And Bryant Starr, the number 9 hitter. The starter for the Black Bears today is going to be Hudson Aber, making his home debut here at David Story Field. He's only pitched in 2 games, both of which came on the road, one of which came against Springfield at the Hamlin Sports Complex. In Game 1 of the doubleheader, he threw 2 innings, gave up 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Black Bears ended up winning that one 4-3. Now they have won 2 games against the Drifters by a score of 4-3. And they can't lose the season series against Springfield. They can only tie it if they lose these next 2. Let's hope that doesn't happen, though, as it'll be Brooks, Chavez, and Mullins to lead off the top of the first here in Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Drifters and the Black Bears. Well, it'll be a lefty to lead off against Mr. Aber. Jack Brooks leads it off. There are 5 lefties in this lineup for Jeff Lyle's Drifters squad. It'll be Brooks, Mullins, Miller, Honma, and Brown, all the lefties in the lineup. And Aber has a tall task against more than half the lineup being lefties, and the first pitch is down the middle for strike 1. 6:37, we're a little late to the party today. Well, that never hurt nobody, did it? 0-1. Fly ball into right field. Under it is Finn Stewart, and he'll make the running grab for out number 1. Let's take a look at the defense for the Black Bears. Liam Barrett's in left field. Matt Priest is in center. Finn Stewart, who just caught that one's in right. Jeremiah Crane at third with Braden Lundberg at short. Braden Orm at second, and Jack Meissner at first with Holt Williams doing the catching once again in Game 2 for Aber. Cesar Chavez is up for his first at-bat of the day. Outside for ball 1. He was the only guy in the lineup yesterday to get a multi-hit game. He has a hit in 9 of 10. 1-0 from Aber, swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. Well, the Black Bears now have 4 guys that are from UC Santa Barbara. Meissner, Aber, Barrett, and Crane. And all of them are in the field today, with Aber starting. Swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. Corner infielders are Gauchos. Starting pitcher's a Gaucho. Left fielder's a Gaucho. Meissner's in the portal, of course, so not a Gaucho anymore, but they were all teammates this season. One, 2 to Chavez. Bit low for ball 2. Well, Aber has a fastball changeup slider combo, just a 3-pitch mix. Fastball can get up to 92, though. Some good spin, some good run. He's been pretty good so far this season for pitching staff that has a 5.55 ERA. Grounder over to Crane at third as he'll throw on to first. And in time for out number 2. With that UCSB connection, Aber induces a ground out from Crane to Meissner. And there's 2 outs in the top of the first.
Coming in for the Drifters, the second baseman, number 4, Cooper Mullins.
Cooper Mullins is going to step up. He's been a very good offensive player for this Drifters squad. He's hitting at a .330. Came in as a pinch hitter yesterday in the 9th. And he swings and misses at strike 1. He has 33 hits in 28 games, so 33 for 100. He's officially hit 100 ABs this season. Now in his 29th game of the year. He's appeared in pretty much every game for the Drifters, and that's swung on and missed for strike 2. Mullins from Michigan didn't play a game for Michigan with the Wolverines, but was with the team for his sophomore year. Played 25 games in his freshman year with Michigan. 0-2. Outside on another fastball, and it's 1-2. Mullins has a hit in 22 of 28 games. Didn't get a hit yesterday, but he did drive in a run. Drove in the 3rd run for the Drifters to make it 4-3, but Cam Fawcett was able to get the save. That'll just miss, and it's 2-2. Mullins not the biggest guy, only at a 5'7", and is able to get good contact. Does have a home run on the year. 2-2. Fouls it off, and it stays 2-2. Now that home run came back on the 24th against the Raptors, which he went 2 for 4 that game in a 9-8 loss. Ridgefield ended up sweeping the Drifters, but then the Drifters swept Ridgefield at home. So they ended up splitting the series on 2 sweeps. 2-2. Grounder over to the Bears dugout, and it'll stay 2-2. Mullins has walked 17 times this season, but has also struck out 25, both of which lead the Drifters. He's leading a lot of categories just because he plays a lot of the games for Springfield, but he's also been hitting good. .330, nothing to scoff at. 2-2. Grounder over to Orem at second. He'll scoop it up, throw on to first, and a 1-2-3 frame for Hudson Aber in the top of the first. We head to the bottom half of the first here in Longview. No score.
Dick Hanna Toyota is proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends and watch these talented baseball players. The folks over at Dick Hanna Toyota know a thing or two about nice. Dick Hanna has been around for over 75 years, and they're a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community. Dick Hanna Toyota. Believe in nice.
Next Tuesday, our second class, $3 Tuesday. Take advantage of $3 general admission tickets.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Bottom half of the first inning, it is going to be Matt Priest, then Liam Barrett and Finn Stewart, the same top 3 we saw yesterday. But the rest of the lineup presented by Cowlitz River Dental. Priest, Barrett, Stewart, then Jarrett Sable in the DH spot. Hitting 4th, Jeremiah Crane, the number 5 hitter, at 3rd. Braden Orm at 2nd, batting 6th. Jack Meissner at 1st, batting 7th. Holt Williams doing the catching, batting 8th. And Braden Lundberg in the 9 spots for the Black Bears offense, who will be facing off against Connor Maloney, who is also somebody that has pitched against Cowlitz before this season, pitched on Game 1 of the series. So these two faced off against each other in Game 1 of that doubleheader back on the 22nd. And Aber ended up winning that one since the Black Bears won 4-3, but Maloney was able to give up 3 runs, no earned, though, in 4 innings against the Bears in that 7-inning first game. First pitch to Priest is inside, backs him up a bit, and it's 1-0. Well, Maloney is committed to Oregon, where his brother Maddox plays. One-0 pitch. Just misses, and it's 2-0. This is his 4th start of the season. His other start came against Cowlitz and against Bend on the 17th. That one's high, ball 3. Well, Black Bears have been walking a lot recently. They walked 8 times yesterday en route to a 4-3 victory. They left a lot of guys on yesterday, but still ended up pulling off the 1-run win. So that one's down the middle for strike 1. Priest was taking all the way. Possibly the worst outing for Maloney came in his first against Portland. He gave up 7 runs, only 2 earned, though, as Priest will foul it off himself, and it's 3-2. Matt Priest recently committed to Washington State, so he's going to be heading to Pullman for his sophomore season after not appearing in a game for USC this year. So both the USC guys who played their freshman year, both Priest and Hansen, both transferred to other former Pac-12 schools. Grounder over to third. It'll be Honma. Throw on to first is in time for out number 1. That one was just fair. Honma was able to make the long throw from third. Let's take a look at the defense for the Drifters. Elliot Brown's in left field. Jack Brooks in center. Cesar Chavez in right. Logan Honma at third. Bryant Starr at short. Cooper Mullins at second. And Nolan Miller at first, with Preston Armstrong doing the catching for Maloney. 1 out. That'll bring up Liam Barrett. It's outside for ball 1. Barrett went 0 for 2 yesterday. Walked twice. Now up to 10 on the season, as he's very good at seeing his pitch. 1-0 is going to hit the zone on the outside edge for strike 1. Well, Barrett joined for the Port Angeles series, so in the time he's been here, the Black Bears have gone 2-8. He's now played in 10 games. This is his 11th, along with Meissner. That one's low for ball 2. Barrett struggling a bit to start the year off, 4 for 21. Two-one pitch is low, 3-1. Well, Maloney close to walking Priest now on a 3-1 count against Barrett. He has walked 16 guys this season and has only struck out 3. So he is prone to some wildness. Swung on and missed, though, and it's a full count yet again. Second straight batter to reach a full count in Maloney's first 2 batters. Payoff from Maloney is going to hit the zone at the knees for strike 3. Well, Barrett seemed to think it was ball 4, but he's going to get the bad news, and he'll head back to the dugout. First strikeout of the day for Maloney, 4th of the season. Now in 11 1/3 innings pitched for Maloney, and now 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. First pitch a bit low to Finn Stewart, number 3 guy. Seemed to be in the spot where it was called strike 3. That one called ball 1. There's a curveball that hits the zone for strike 1. Well, Finn Stewart got 3 hits yesterday. Most hits he's gotten in a game this season. Went 3 for 5. Drove in a run. He grounds one past Colin Dixon at third and into the stands in left field. Ripped that one over to near the party deck out there in left field. Finn Stewart now 5 multi-hit games this season. That one is way inside. Almost hit him possibly on the foot, and it's 2-2. Well, all 3 of these batters have been going deep into counts so far. We've seen already 2 full counts against Priest and Barrett, and both resulted in outs, but a lot of pitches being thrown for Maloney. Gets a piece of it, fouls, tips it into the turf, and it'll stay at 2-2. Stewart has 17 strikeouts so far this season. Struck out twice on 4 separate occasions, struck out 3 times once. As he grounds one over to short, it'll be Bryant Starr to throw on to first for out number 3. So a pair of 1-2-3 frames from both Aber and Connor Maloney as we head to the top of the second. Still no score.
Hey there, everyone. It's me, the voice of summer. And I'm here to talk to you about the Seize the Debit Summer Sweepstakes by Fiber Federal Credit Union. It's good, clean fun in the sun where some lucky member could win bigger than a giant wave off Maui. So roll out the blanket, put some surf tunes on, and use your Fiber debit card to catch your share of our $9,000 plus prize wave. Every time you use your Fiber debit card for a purchase of $5 or more, you'll be entered into our Seize the Debit Summer Sweepstakes. Like the sea, you know, with water and swimsuits. 3 Fiber family members each week will win $100, and 1 member will win the $5,000 grand prize October 1st. Whew, I'm getting dizzy just thinking about all the cha-chaing I can do with that moolah. Visit fibercu.com/sweepstakes for the official rules and cowabunga if you must. Fiber Federal Credit Union. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union. Odds of winning depend on number of entries received. No purchase necessary to win. Federally insured by NCUA.
Top of the second, 6 batters have come up in this game so far. All of them have been retired from both Aber and Maloney. Judson pitched a very good inning. Ended up inducing 2 groundouts and a flyout to Finn Stewart in right field. He'll face off against Ibarra, Miller, and Armstrong. First 3 here in the top of the second. Well, Ibarra went 0 for 4 yesterday.
The designated hitter, number 19, Isaiah Ibarra.
Hitting at a 308 now, so he's been doing good, but it's the first time he hasn't gotten a hit since the June 29th game against Marion. That'll hit the zone for strike 1. Ibarra committed to USC. Oh, one's ripped into deep right field. Going back on it is Stewart, and it'll one-hop off the wall. Isaiah Ibarra heads into second with a leadoff double. Well, nice opposite field rocket from Ibarra, and he's into scoring position. First batter to reach in this game, and he's in scoring position with nobody out for Nolan Miller. 5th double of the season for Isaiah. He's looking to score that first run for the Drifters. Black Bear scored first yesterday in the bottom of the first. Swung on and missed, and it's 0-1 to Nolan Miller from Portland University. Went 1 for 4 yesterday, now is a hit in 5 straight. One. Get inside, and it's 1-1. Big lead off of second for Isaiah Ibarra. He is 4 for 6 on stolen bases this season. That's a chopper over to Orem at second. He'll flip on to first for out number 1. Advancing to third is Ibarra. That is the first out in the top of the second. That'll bring up Preston Armstrong. Came in as a pinch hitter yesterday. Ended up hitting a sac bunt to advance the 2 runners in the 9th to 2nd and 3rd. Only one of them ended up scoring, but if both of them had scored, we would have gone to that bottom of the 9th yesterday. But otherwise, the Bears ended up winning 4-3. First pitch to Armstrong is a good curveball. That'll hit the zone for strike 1. Armstrong hasn't gotten a hit since the 29th against the Berries. Fly ball into center field. It'll be Priest. Heading to right field, though, is Stewart. He'll make the grab, and there's going to be no tag from third after a great throw to Holt Williams from Stewart. So that's the second out, and the runner does not advance home. He stays on third, and a big second out for Aber, trying to get out of this inning scoreless, as he did in the first. That'll bring up Honma. Honma also committed to USC, like Ibarra, like Sable, like, I feel like everybody. Everybody's going to be a Trojan. First pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0. Honma has not played yet in this series. Did play against Cowlitz in their first series, went 1 for 6. Grounder over to second. Orem slides, makes the grab. Throw on to first is wide, and Meissner goes off the bag. Run will score as the throw pulled Jack Meissner off the bag. It'll be an error. No RBI for Honma, but he's able to get the first run in on the errant throw from Orem. First error for the Black Bears today. And the 5th overall this series. They had 4 yesterday, and they're now up to 47 on the year. Honma drives in the first run of the game for Springfield. It'll be unearned for Aber, as the Drifters have a 1-0 advantage. First pitch to Elliott Brown will hit the zone for strike 1. Brown went 1 for 5 yesterday. Ended up scoring. He struck out twice, though. Has a hit in 5 straight. And in 7 of his last 8 games. 8 of 10 overall. This is his 11th game. That'll hit the zone for strike 2. He's listed as a utility player. Elliott Brown is in left field today. He was at shortstop to start yesterday's game, but ended up moving to left field after Brian Starr pinch hit for DJ Lewis. Lewis not playing today, at least for now. Meeting at the mound between Williams and Aber. Only 3 multi-hit games of his 11 for Elliott Brown. Last one came back on Thursday against the Raptors. He went 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs in that 11-9 comeback victory over the Raptors. 0-2 fouled away off to the left side, and out of play it'll be another 0-2 to Brown. Brown from Lane Community College was the first team all NWAC South this year and last. Actually played with the Raptors last season in 3 games. Throw on to first is not in time, as Honma is back there safely. 4 for 5 on steals. Actually stole 2 bags at the Hamlin Sports Complex in the first series against the Bears. O2 is going to get past Holt Williams all the way to the boards. And taking second is Honma. He takes a big turn off of second. Thought he was going to head to third, but he ends up changing his mind. Heads back to second, and he's now in scoring position. Now 1-2 on Elliott Brown with Honma at second. 1 run already in after the error by Orem at second. 4 RBIs already this season for Elliott Brown. 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. First strikeout for Aber of the day, but a run comes in after an errant throw by Orem that takes Meissner off the bag. Ibarra scores, and we head to the bottom of the second. 1-0, Drifters lead it.
Tomorrow, for a free case of bottled water with any purchase. Tickets are only valid.
You know what it takes to be successful. When you're ready for a bank that looks at the world like you do. Bank outside the ordinary with Heritage Bank. Located here in Longview at 927 Commerce or online at heritagebanknw.com. That's heritagebanknw.com. Member FDIC.
Thank you for being our special guest out at the party deck.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com. Head to the store and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Banking made easy.
Well, tomorrow, Sunday, July 6th, is another Kids In Free Sunday. All kids 12 and under will get in for free when accompanied by paid adults. Bring the whole family to David Story Field every Sunday home game for some afternoon baseball. Presented by Peace Health and the Daily News. Springfield up 1-0 here in the bottom of the second as the Black Bears, down 1, looking to tie or take the lead. And it'll be Jarrett Sable leading it off with him, Crane, and Orem, the top 3 in the bottom of the second. Sable went 1 for 4 with a walk and a strikeout yesterday. Overall, 3 for 10 in the season against Springfield as the curveball hits the zone for strike 1. Sable was in a bit of a slump. Only had 1 hit in his last 4 and then has a 1 for 4 game yesterday. That is walking a lot. Grounder past the dive of Honma, but foul. That was a great effort over there at third by Honma, but he wasn't able to grab it, fortunately for the Drifters. It ended up going foul. Oh-2. Another opposite field shot. This is a fly out into left field, and Elliott Brown will make the grab for out number 1. That'll bring up Crane. Came here in the middle of the game yesterday and still was able to get an at-bat in. He was a pinch hitter. Now making his first start with the Bears. He walked in his only at-bat yesterday. Still looking for his first hit of the season. Grounder down the third base line, foul, and it's 0-1. Crane, the newest Gaucho to join the Bears. He was with Tacoma Community College his last 2 years in 2024 and 2023. This season he only played 12 games with UC Santa Barbara. 0-1 will hit how much this lineup has changed from, like, what, 2-3 weeks ago? The entire lineup looks different, besides, like, Priest, maybe Sable. That's low for ball 2. And Finn Stewart. Finn Stewart's been here since the start of the season. He's a day 1 type of guy. Everyone else hasn't really played more than 12 games. So that swung on and missed for strike 1. Priest and Stewart are both in their 24th game. Sable's in his 15th. Barrett is in his 11th. Meissner and Lundberg are in their 10th, and then everybody else has played 5 or less. Throw back to first is not in time. So it's crazy how many people, how much turnarounds we've gotten this season. But trying to get some good play out of everybody we've seen, including Crane, who's now reached twice. Orem goes to bunt. It gets past Armstrong, and taking second is Crane. Well, we saw Caden Young yesterday drop a couple of them. As that one gets past Armstrong, and now a 3-1 count with Crane in scoring position. Orem went 1 for 3, his one hit being a RBI double, in which DJ Lewis kind of misread a fly ball, ended up getting past him. 3-1's way high for ball 4. First walk of the day for Maloney, and 2 are now on with 1 out for Jack Meissner. Well, Meissner is in a bit of a slump, is 1 for 18 in his first 9 games, as there's going to be a meeting at the mound between Dean Stiles, Armstrong, and Maloney. Well, game 3 is tomorrow here at David Story Field. It's going to be another 1:05 first pitch before 3 against the Walla Walla Sweets. All of which will be at 6:35 because they're midweek games. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all at 6:35 p.m. It'll be the first homestand of the season. 8 games. This is the second of 8. 3 at Walla Walla. 3 against Walla Walla, and then 2 against the Northwest Star Nighthawks on Friday and Saturday. And a couple exhibition matches before game against Richfield, and then the All-Star break. Almost at the All-Star break. That is crazy. First pitch to Meissner is going to hit the zone for strike 1. Meissner with Holt Williams on deck. Black Bears trying to tie the game up or take the lead. The go-ahead run now on first in Orem. 0-1 is going to be a bit high for ball 1. Well, Meissner's only base hit came in his second game against Corvallis, went 1 for 2. Since then, he's gone 0 for 18. Check swing over to Dylan Self, the bases umpire, and it's a no-go for ball 2. Crane on second, Orem on first. 2-1 to Meissner. It's a curveball that'll miss. Very close call. I guess home plate umpire Jim Courtney may have thought it was a bit high, but either way, it's 3-1. Meissner 1 ball away from walking. Fly ball into left field. Backtracking is Elliott Brown, and he'll make a catch for out number 2. This is a bit of a weird route for Brown, but he caught it, so I guess it doesn't really matter either way. He just had a weird little backtrack. That'll bring up Holt. Mr. Williams went 2 for 4 yesterday. Has hit in .333 so far in his 3 games. Short sample size, but he's off to a pretty good start. He's been the everyday catcher since he's gotten here for the Portland series, as the first pitch is strike 1. Throw on to second to Mullins, who wasn't really covering at first, but had to head over there to catch the throw from Armstrong. As Preston thought that Jeremiah Crane was too far off of second. Now Mullins a bit closer over there at second. 0-1 to Holt. Curveball will hit the zone for strike 2. Only 1 strike away from getting out of it here in the second inning. Two outs, 2 on, and now the 0-2. That is strike 3 called. Holt doesn't like the call, but is the second strikeout for Maloney, and the second strikeout looking for Maloney as he gets out of it scoreless. We head to the the top of the third. 1-0. Springfield has the lead.
We got a sibling rivalry tonight.
Join the Cowlitz Black Bears for a summer full of fun with $3 Tuesdays and kids and free Sundays. Every Tuesday home game, general admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, and domestic canned beer are all just $3. Plus, every Sunday, kids 12 and under get free admission when accompanied by an adult thanks to Peace Health and the Daily News. Don't miss out on affordable family fun every Tuesday and Sunday with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Get your tickets today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
No one's feeling out yet. Come on, we got 2 balls over here and 3 over here. I think this is our winner. This is our winner. What's your name? Ireland. Everyone give it up for Ireland. Woo!
Top 3, 1-0. The Drifters have the lead. It'll be Brian Starr then to the top of the lineup in Brooks and Chavez, the top 3. Here in the top of the third against Hudson Aber, who's back out there. He's pitched so far 2 innings. He's given up a run, but it will be unearned after the error at second by Orem allowed Ibarra to score.
Longview Physical Sports Therapy has been providing quality physical rehabilitation services.
Brian Starr is so far 0 for 2 in the series. Now overall 3-for-11 against Cowlitz so far this season. So he'll come up for his first at-bat today. He's currently in a 0-for-8 slump. Has not gotten a hit since the first against Ridgefield. He got 2 hits, went 2 for 4. Doubled twice, now has 8 doubles on the year. As he'll face off in his first at-bat against Aber. Kicks and deals, and the curveball will hit the zone for strike 1. Well, besides that 2-hit game on the first, he hasn't gotten a hit in the 6 of 7 last games that he's played. Swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Gets him with the heater that time. Well, he has 4 multi-hit games. One of those came against Cowlitz on the 20th. Ended up going 2 for 4. Check swing over to first, and he did go around. Strike 3. Second straight strikeout for Aber. Second strikeout overall as he gets Starr swinging on a check swing. And it's back to the top of the lineup in Brooks with 1 out. Jack Brooks. Flat to Finn Stewart in right field in his first at-bat. First pitch down the middle for strike 1. Brooks is 1 for 7 against Cowlitz so far this season. His 1 hit came yesterday as he was a pinch hitter. Hit a single up the middle against Fawcett and ended up scoring. Fouled back to the netting, and it's 0-2. Well, Aber struck out Elliott Brown to end the second, and now Starr to start the third. And is now 0-2 here against Brooks with Chavez on deck. 1 hit between the 2 squads. 0-2. Way outside and high for ball 1. Well, Holt Williams has been doing good at reaching out and grabbing pitches that have been way outside just because he's 6'4". He's got a long wingspan. 1-2. Holt tried to frame it, doesn't get the call though as it's outside for ball 2. Well, Brooks has been playing summer ball in collegiate leagues for 4 years now. This is the first season in the West Coast League though. So he fouls 1 back. He's in the California Collegiate League for 2 seasons. Was with the Conejo Oaks for both of those years, 2022 and 2024. In 2023, he was with the New England Collegiate League for the Ocean State Waves. Ended up hitting .255 in 28 games for the Waves. 2-2, swung on and fouled off to the left, out of play. And some good fight here from Brooks in the top of the order. Well, he was named to the California Collegiate League All-South Division with the Oaks in 2024 after hitting 256. Actually did better in 2022 at 258 in more games. Another one fouled off, and it stays 2-2. That's now 7 pitches between these two. This is the longest at-bat we've seen today, as Aber's still trying to get out number 2. Now has 5 strikeouts after the 2 straight to Brown and Starr on the season. 2-2. Is outside, ball 3. A great at-bat for Jack Brooks against Aber. Good fight between these two. 11 walks for Brooks and also 11 strikeouts. 12 walks as Brooks wins the battle. A 9-pitch walk for Jack Brooks, and that was a great at-bat. First walk of the season or of the game for Aber. And Brooks is going to take first. With 1 out, that'll bring up Cesar Chavez. Well, Brooks is the steals leader on this team by far. Has 15 steals. Has only been caught once. That is fouled off. Gets off the pole. I feel like we've seen a few foul balls off the poles here in David Story Field, which I thought would be a lot more rare than it actually is. Well, the only time Brooks has gotten caught stealing in his 16 tries was on Thursday against Richfield. Throw back to first and not in time. Well, Chavez played 2 games against the Nighthawks. Those were his last 2 games before his injury, in which he went 4 for 9. Black Bears play the Nighthawks next week. That's into center field, and that'll drop in for a base hit. Brooks is looking to go first to third, and he'll get into third easily. Walk and a single have got the runners at the corners with 1 out. And the Drifters are threatening yet again. That'll bring up Cooper Mullins. Probably the last guy you want to have with runners in scoring position. And on third in Brooks, after his great at-bat, allows him to walk on 9 pitches. Chavez his single, his 3rd hit this series already. Now the first pitch to Mullins. Inside. Brings him back a bit, and it's at 1-0. Chavez could take second, trying to induce a rundown. It seems like every time first and third and somebody steals, it's going to Holt throws to second. 3 for 5, and there he goes. Throw on to second is not in time. Chavez has his 4th stolen base of the season. Now it's second and third with 1 out. And a 2-0 to Mullins. Well, the last time these two starters faced off, the Black Bears were down 3 and came back to win it. That's fouled off. If these two runners end up scoring, they'll be down 3 again. We could get some deja vu here at David Story Field. If they did, and the score ended up being 4-3, it'd be the 3rd time that the Black Bears win 4-3. But of course, we're not there yet. We can't predict the future here. Swung on and missed at the fastball, and it's 2-2. Well, Mullins grounded out to Orem at second in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. Well, top 3 went 0 for 3, but so far Brooks and Chavez have a walk and a single. And both of them are in scoring position. 2-2. Bit outside, and it's a full count yet again. 3-2. Well, Mullins is a returner to the Drifters. Before this season, he was 4 for 16 against the Bears. And since then, has gone 2 for 8 this season. Ripped over to second. Orem will grab it. And throw on to first for out number 2. As a run comes in, Brooks will score. Chavez advances to third. And it's an RBI ground out for Cooper Mullins. And a 2-0 Drifters lead here in the top of the third.
Coming in for the Drifters, the designated hitter, number 19, Isaiah Ibarra.
Dan Spencer will head out for a mound visit between everybody in the infield as well as Holt Williams. As it'll be Isaiah Ibarra to come in. One run already in for the Drifters, and that one will be earned for Aber. Walked Brooks, gave up the single to Chavez. And now he's on third with 2 outs. Ibarra trying to make this a 3-0 game. Ibarra hit .429 in 9 games with Ganesha his junior year. Hit .392 and 17 in his sophomore year. Didn't play too much in high school, but ended up going to USC just because the games he played very well. I mean, you can't hit .553 and expect not to go to a D1. But so far, he has a double today, and he ended up scoring the first run. First pitch right down the frame for strike 1 on the fastball by Aber. 5 doubles on the season now for Ibarra. Looking to get his 10th RBI if he scores Chavez. Fly ball into center field. Running back on it is Priest, and he'll make the grab for out number 3. But a run comes in for the Drifters. An RBI ground out for Cooper Mullins makes it a 2-0 Drifters lead heading to the bottom of the third.
Hey, Black Bear fans, hungry for a ballpark?
Join the Black Bears for a night to remember on Thursday, July 24th. Bring the kids out to the ballpark for the always popular Dash for Cash, presented by Heritage Bank. All kids 12 and under will get to go on the field to dash for their share of $1,000 in cash. Then, stick around after the game as the Black Bears light up the night sky with their first ever drone show, presented by Pacific Tech Construction and Western Fabrication. Tickets will go fast. Get yours today at CowlitzBlackBears.com. Join the Black Bears on Saturday, July 12th in a night to honor the brave men and women in our community with the special First Responders Jersey Auction presented by Steelskate. Fans will get to bid on these special edition game-worn jerseys, and the winning bidder will be invited onto the field for photos after the game. Each jersey will feature a patch representing one of the local law enforcement and fire agencies around Cowlitz County. 100% of the proceeds from the jersey auction will go toward Cowlitz County Habitat for Humanity. Get your tickets today at CowlitzBlackBears.com to be a part of this special event.
2 runs, 2 hits for the Springfield Drifters as they have a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. Good pitching so far from Connor Maloney as he ended up hitting Crane with a pitch and walked Orem, but got Meissner to fly out and Williams to strike out, looking to escape the jam in the bottom of the second. That'll be Lundberg, then back to the top of the lineup in Priest. And Barrett the top 3 here in the bottom of the third. Now Braden Lundberg had his best game of the season yesterday. Went 2 for 3, scored a run, drove in a run, and hit a sac fly. First pitch is going to miss low. It's the first multi-hit game of the season for Lundberg, as he's now 4 for 23 on the year. Has been caught stealing, though, in the past 2 games. And he's now 1 for 3. That'll hit the zone for strike 1. Lundberg from Gig Harbor, Washington. Was originally a Portland Pickle, played in his old stadium this week against the Pickles. 1-1. Fly ball into shallow left field. Heading into the infield side, it'll be Starr to make the grab for out number 1. That'll bring up Matt Priest back at the top of the lineup. Priest grounded out to third in his first at-bat over to Honma. Black Bears still have yet to produce a hit yet today. 2 base runners, though. Off the end of the bat, foul. Maloney pitching very well. 2 scoreless, 2 hitless. 2 1/3 now, as that's low for ball 1. This Bears offense is 16th out of 17 teams in batting average and runs scored at a .215 and a 109 runs scored. Chopper over to Honma at third. He'll grab it. Throw on to run over to first is a bit high, but able to meet the grab is Miller at first. And that is 2 groundouts to third for Priest. He's 0 for 2. And now 2 outs in the bottom of the third will bring up Liam Barrett. Liam Barrett, one of the 4 UC Santa Barbara guys. Struck out looking in his first at-bat. One of the 2 strikeouts for Maloney. As that'll hit the zone for strike 1. Played in 23 games with the Gauchos this year. 0-1. Bit outside, and it's 1-1. Hit .417 his junior year of high school at Mountain View. Originally from Florida, but moved across the country to Mountain View, California. Way outside, it's 2-1. The first team all Santa Clara Valley. He also pitched in high school. Senior year, pitched 3.37 ERA in 27 innings. That has mostly been a hitter in his collegiate season. Grounder over to first. It will be a fair ball, and Miller will scoop it up, tag the bag, and another 1-2-3 inning for Cooper Maloney. A very smooth pitching for Maloney through 3 innings. We head to the top of the 4th. The Drifters have a 2-0 lead.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
You guys in rain or snow?
577-7200.
Weather Guard.
Dick Hanna Toyota is proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends and watch these talented baseball players. The folks over at Dick Hanna Toyota know a thing or two about nice. Dick Hanna has been around for over 75 years, and they're a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community. Dick Hanna Toyota. Believe in nice.
4321. Sign up for Snap Fitness today.
Hudson Aber out of the game after his 3 innings. 2 hits, 2 runs, only 1 earned, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. And the new pitcher is going to be Matt Sherwood. Was a starter, but has been moved to a long relief position. He pitched in long relief against Corvallis back on the 28th. Pitched 4 innings and gave up 3 earned runs, 5 hits. Struck out 3. He has been struggling as of recent, as in his second to last outing. On the 20th against the Drifters, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs on 6 hits. Sherwood trying to come in here and keep the deficit at 2, get some offense going against Maloney, who's been pitching very well. First pitch will miss to Nolan Miller for ball 1.
Bob Little, please report to the merch tent. Bob Little, please report to the merch tent.
Oh, another returner for the Drifters is Nolan Miller. He played 22 games for Springfield. Hit .224. He's hitting .316 this season. That has a ground out to second in his first at-bat. Rounder over to second yet again. Scooped up by Orem, and he'll throw on to first. 4 out, number 1. So Orem, like Mullins, has Miller, like Mullins, has 2 ground outs to second. But Mullins' second ground out to second drove in the second run of the day for the Drifters. And that'll bring up Preston Armstrong. First pitch from Sherwood. Is going to hit the zone for strike 1. Battle of 6'4" guys here. Some good height between these two, as well as Holt Williams, who's also 6'4". 0-1. Swung on and missed. It's 0-2. Well, Sherwood has been used a lot by the Black Bears this season. He leads the team in innings pitched with 21.1. Well, now 21.2 after the first out made. 0-2. It's a bit high on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Also has given up the most hits on the team, which is given considering he's pitched the most innings. He's also struck out the most guys with 14. In the turf, and it's 2-2. Black Bears are wearing the all-cream unis, now 2-3 in the cream uniforms this season. Most wins they have in a uniform is the greens. Look at 3-4. 2-2. That's low, ball 3. Well, Sherwood has 10 walks. Walked 5 against Springfield back on the 20th. Only struck out 2 in his 4 innings. 3-2. Off the end of the bat, Chopper over to first, and it'll be Meissner stepping the bag, making the catch at the same time. 4 out, number 2. So Sherwood got Armstrong to get some weak contact off the end of the bat, and that's the first 2 retired. Now it'll be Logan Honma, who reached on an error in his first at-bat. In the second, ended up scoring Ibarra from third. And it gave the Drifters a 1-0 lead at the time. Good breaking ball from Sherwood. Paints the corner, and it's 0-1. Sherwood went to PLU, which is in Tacoma, but is originally from Santa Clarita, which is in the LA County, as that swung on and missed for strike 2. Honma 21 strikeouts out of his 77 at-bats. Struck out at least once in 4 of his last 5. And 5 of 6 as that's strike 3 looking. Honma goes down. First strikeout of the day for Sherwood. And a 1-2-3 top of the 4th. We into the bottom half of the 4th. The Springfield Drifters still with a 2-0 lead.
Hey there, everyone. It's me, the voice of summer. And I'm here to talk to you about the Seize the Debit Summer Sweepstakes by Fiber Federal Credit Union. It's good, clean fun in the sun where some lucky member could win bigger than a giant wave off Maui. So roll out the blanket, put some surf tunes on, and use your Fiber debit card to catch your share of...
American Workforce Group is positively impacting people in our community by placing motivated, qualified individuals and great business to work. American Workforce Group runs on relationships backed by integrity. Call 360-200-4900.
You know what it takes to be successful. When you're ready for a bank that looks at the world like you do. Bank outside the ordinary with Heritage Bank. Located here in Longview at 927 Commerce or online at heritagebanknw.com. That's heritagebanknw.com. Member FDIC.
Well, it's a bright one here at David Story Field. The sun is shining, and it's shining quite bright on this July night. Well, Connor Maloney's thrown 3 innings of no-hit, no-run ball, and it'll be Finn Stewart, Jarrett Sable, Jeremiah Crane looking to end that streak of retired batters. As that'll hit the zone for strike 1 to Stewart, who grounded out to short in his first at-bat. Oh, 1. Big swing and a miss from Stewart, and it's 0-2. Well, the Black Bears have 1 error, but have yet to record anything else in the runs and hits category. Have 2 base runners so far today. So that one's low and away for ball 1. Crane got hit by a pitch. Orem walked. The only 2 base runners today for the Bears. Already finding themselves down 2. 1-2. Off the end of the bat, rolled over, and it's down the third base line. Foul. It'll stay 1-2. Well, Maloney, 3 strikeouts before this game. Already has 2 today. Could double his total in 1 game. 1-2 fouled back to the netting, and it stays at 1-2. Maloney has played at Thurston High School this senior year in 2025, from Springfield, so playing for his hometown team. And is committed to Oregon, which is just down the street. So loves it there in Eugene, Springfield areas. That will hit the zone for strike 3. That is the 3rd strikeout of the day for Maloney. He's now doubled his season strike total from 3 to 6 just in 1 game. As Stewart goes down looking, all 3 of Maloney's strikeouts have been looking. As that'll bring up Jarrett Sable with 1 out. Well, looks like a ball is in center field, so time will be called for a member of the Drifters bullpen to go grab it. Sable hit a opposite field fly out to left in his first at-bat. Ready to go. First pitch from Maloney is way outside, out of the reach of Armstrong, and it's 1-0. Well, Maloney pitching like he did in his first game against Cowlitz. No earned runs, 4 innings. He's got to go 4 hitless. He's able to get Sable here as that's flied out to center field. Jack Brooks is under it for out number 2. So the last 7 have been retired for the Black Bears offense. And that'll bring up Jeremiah Crane. Was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. His only at-bat back in the 2nd inning. Has reached twice without managing to get a hit so far in his 2 at-bats this season. First pitch from Maloney. Big swing and a miss by Crane, and it's 0-1. Well, Crane played 12 games, had 1 3-hit game at UC Santa Barbara. Came against Northridge on March the 8th. But he's already down 0-2 here against Maloney. Trying to get his 4th strikeout and another 1-2-3. Black Bear offense has been stagnant so far today. 0-2. Check swing over to Self, and it's not a swing. No go for Crane, and it's 1-2. Crane, also known as JC, nickname that the folks at home have been calling him. At least is what I've heard. 1-2. That's high, ball 2. 2-2, Braden Orem on deck. He is the other base runner in this game. His walk is the last base runner that they've had until now. 2-2. Grounder over to second. It'll be scooped up by Cooper Mullins, and he'll throw on to first for out number 3. 8 straight retired for Connor Maloney. He's gone through 4 hitless as we head to the 5th. 2-0. Drifters lead it.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Join the Cowlitz Black Bears for a summer full of fun with $3 Tuesdays and kids and free Sundays. Every Tuesday home game, general admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, and domestic canned beer are all just $3. Plus, every Sunday, kids 12 and under get free admission when accompanied by an adult thanks to Peace Help and the Daily News. Don't miss out on affordable family fun every Tuesday and Sunday with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Get your tickets today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Well, Tuesday, July 8th is another $3 Tuesday, and it'll also be a McDonald's family night. Bring your friends and family to the ballpark for special festivities and prizes. Presented by McDonald's of Longview and Woodland. Make sure to stop by the McDonald's booth on the third base concourse for extra fun. It'll also be a $3 Tuesday with $3 general admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, and domestic canned beer. Bunt attempt from Brown is fouled back to the netting, and it's 0-1. That'll be Brown, Starr, and Brooks for the third time against Sherwood, who threw a nice 1-2-3 in the 4th. Oh, 0-1 is going to hit the zone for strike 2. Well, Brown was the first of 2 strikeouts for Aber. Hitting 5 straight. It's on a decent hit streak, considering he's only played 11 games, as that one's low for ball 1. He's hit 379, small sample size, only 29 at-bats, but has been doing good as a recent addition to the Drifters lineup. 1-2. Inside, 2-2. Starr, on the other hand, who's on deck, is in his 25th game. He's been here pretty much all season. 2-2. Fly ball into right center. It'll be Finn Stewart coming in and making the grab for out number 1. So Elliott Brown retired on the fly out to right. And that'll be the bottom of the lineup in Bryant Starr.
For the Drifters, the shortstop, number 2, Bryant Starr.
Well, on the contrary to Brown, Starr's first game was on June the 3rd, as he shows bunt and pulls it back as it's called ball 1. Well, usually the first baseman crashes on the bunt attempt, but Crane at third was way up on the grass. Or the turf in this case. Outside on the fastball, it's 2-0. Starr was the second of 2 Aber Ks. Sherwood got Honma to end the 4th, but into left field as Bryant Starr has a base hit. Third hit of the day for the Drifters, as that one was a nice rope into left field. Starr has his first hit since July the 1st. And it's back to the top of the lineup in Jack Brooks. Oh, Brooks has flown out to right and walked. Came around to score in the 3rd. One of the 2 runs, as that one's high for ball 1. First base runner to reach against Sherwood so far, the Bryant Starr single. Starr 4 for 7 on steals, so attempts a lot, gets caught sometimes, gets caught or gets in there other times. You never really know with him. Other throw onto first is not in time. Seems to me that both the Pacific Lutheran pitchers, both Moreno and Sherwood, have very interesting pickoff moves to first. Runner goes, called strike one, throw on to second is going to get into center field as it gets past Lundberg covering. Brian Starr into second base with a steal, his 5th stolen base in 8 tries. And now runner in scoring position with 1 out. Well, the Drifters trying to extend their 2-0 lead with Maloney pitching amazing so far through 4, as that'll hit the zone for strike 2. Well, after this series, the Drifters are heading back home for a 6-game homestand against the Yakima Valley Pippins and the Marion Berries before heading to Corvallis in Portland for a road streak. 1-2. Fly ball into left field. Running after it is Barrett. He's at the fence. It'll get out of play. No, still 1-2 after the foul ball from Brooks. Brooks from Vacaville, California. Bit east of the Bay Area. Bit west of Davis and Sacramento. Kind of in the middle there if you really think about it. Near Napa. 1-2 is going to have to wait as Sherwood steps off the backside of the rubber. Doesn't throw on to second. Not too big of a lead over at second from Starr, but he's already stolen a bag so far. 1-2. Grounder over to first. Meissner will grab it. He'll tag the bag himself for out number 2. So advancing to third is Starr. He's 90 feet away from the third run for the Drifters, and it'll be Cesar Chavez, who is already 1 for 2 today. He is 3 for 6, heading at a 500 in this series. His first time playing the Bears. He was still injured for their first series. First pitch will hit the zone for strike 1. Chavez played for Cal State LA, originally from Walnut, California. Played for the San Diego Sunrays in the CCL last year. Grounder over to short. Lundberg will scoop it up. Throw on to first is in time for out number 3. So Brian Starr single, steals a bag, advances to third, but doesn't end up scoring, as it is still a 2-0 Drifters lead halfway home here at David Story Field.
Join the Black Bears for a night to remember on Thursday, July 24th. Bring the kids out to the ballpark for the always popular Dash for Cash, presented by Heritage Bank. All kids 12 and under will get to go on the field to dash for their share of $1,000 in cash. Then stick around after the game as the Black Bears light up the night sky with their first ever drone show, presented by Pacific Tech Construction and Western Fabrication. Tickets will go fast. Get yours today at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
Make your way down to the merch stand on the third base line. Check out our branded lineup of merchandise.
Join the Black Bears on Saturday, July 12th in a night to honor the brave men and women in our community with the special First Responders Jersey Auction presented by Steelscape. Fans will get to bid on these special edition game-worn jerseys, and the winning bidder will be invited onto the field for photos after the game. Each jersey will feature a patch representing one of the local law enforcement and fire agencies around Cowlitz County. 100% of the proceeds from the jersey auction will go toward Cowlitz County Habitat for Humanity. Get your tickets today at CowlitzBlackBears.com to be a part of this special event.
Nobody has reached third for the Black Bears. Nobody has gotten a hit for the Black Bears. Hopefully that changes today. In this inning against Orem. Meissner and Williams top 3 in the bottom of the 5th against Maloney. Trying to go 5 scoreless as he throws strike 1 down the middle to Orem to lead off. He walked. It was the only walk for Maloney in his outing so far. 3rd walk of the season for Orem as he fouls one back and quickly down 0-2. Top 3 in the order have gone 0 for 6. Bottom 3 have gone 0 for 3. Now the 0-2. Ripped up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Well, Braden Orem ended the perfect game bid in Portland against Dylan Smith in the 5th inning. Got a hit in the 5th inning in Game 3 of the series, and now in the 5th, and now has a hit here in Game 2 of this series in the 5th inning to end a no-hit bid. So Orem just finds a way to get on and keep them from getting no hit. Meissner shows bunt, and it's fouled off the leg of Armstrong as he limps it a little bit, but trying to walk it off. Meissner has a fly out to left so far today. As Orem on first. Orem the only guy to reach twice in the lineup. Doesn't have a stolen base attempt yet. Has gone. But usually it was a hit and run in which there was a foul or a ground ball of some sort. Oh, 1. Bit low at the shins, and it's 1-1. Well, Meissner now in a 1 for 19 so far. The man on first, nobody out. 1-1. Orem will go. Grounder over to first. It will eliminate the double play, but Miller will tag first for out number 1. So the hit and run somewhat works as Orem is now in a scoring position. And it'll bring up Holt Williams. Holt has a strikeout looking. Second of 3 strikeouts for Maloney so far today. That's ripped into the gap in left center field, and that'll drop in for a base hit. Braden Orem rounds third. Here's the throw to the plate. It is not in time. Throw on to second. It is not in time as it was dropped by Starr. RBI single for Holt Williams. He advances to second on the throw, and it's 2-1. Second RBI of the season for Holt, as he was toast at second, but Bryant Starr drops the throw from Armstrong at second. Might have to make the change here is Lyle after the Holt Williams double, and he will make the change. Single and advancement. Man on second, Holt Williams represents the tying run. We're going to have a new pitcher here for the Drifters, as 1 run already in. Maloney pitches very well, but just 1 bad inning has him out of the game here in the bottom of the 5th.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir. 577-7200.
Weather Guard.
New pitcher for the Drifters is going to be Jackson Went. We've seen him before in this series. Was hitting yesterday, went 0 for 3. Ended up coming out of the game for a pinch hitter, but is now pitching today. He's only pitched in one game this season, as he is a two-way guy. He didn't give up an earned run in 1 2/3 against the Marion Berries back on the 27th. So currently at a 0 ERA on the hitting side. Went 4 for 20 now after his 0 for 3 yesterday. Got a hit in 4 straight games between the 26th and July 2nd. That is a new guy for the Drifters. Only has 2 pitches so far being thrown this season, a fastball and a curveball. Fastball hits up to around 88 to 90, and curveball on the other side goes to 82 with decent spin. Well, it'll be Braden Lundberg at the bottom of the lineup after Holt Williams hits an RBI single to bring in Braden Oram. And he'll advance to second on the throw. So he's in scoring position representing the tying run with 1 out. Black Bears 1 hit away from tying things up here after being no hit through the first 4. First pitch to Lundberg is going to miss for ball 1. Jackson Went committed to Seattle U for his freshman year in the fall after playing his senior year at Rocky Mountain High School this season. 1-0. Hit inside. Lundberg and a good hitter's count already. 2-0. Well, Lundberg flew out to Bryant Starr at short in his first at-bat. (2-0) inside, and that clipped Lundberg on the shoulder. So a fastball nicks him. And it is a hit by pitch for Went against his first batter of the day. Now with the top of the lineup coming up, it'll be Matt Priest with 2 on and 1 out. Well, Maloney has the runner on second his responsibility in Holtz, but Lundberg the responsibility of Went, who's on the mound trying to get out of this one. And DP would, but it's Matt Priest. First pitch, Matt Priest shows the bunt, drops it down. Went throw on to first is in time. It was in the dirt, but scooped up there by Miller. And Priest, a successful bunt, moves both runners to second and third. That will bring up Liam Barrett. Oh for 2 has a strikeout looking and a ground out to Miller at first. Base hit could give them the lead, though, as the fastball will hit the zone for strike 1. Time will be called here on the 0-1. Runner on third in Holt Williams. Runner on second in Braden Lundberg. And the 0-1 is going to hit the zone for strike 2. So Went 1 strike away from getting out of it with just the 1 run. Barrett facing an 0-2. Has driven in 2 runs so far this season. 0-2. Ripped up the middle and through for a base hit. 1 run is in. Stopping at third is Lundberg. Liam Barrett ties the game up at 2. RBI single to center field. Not the same place as Holt Williams' RBI single. And we're all tied up at 2 apiece here in the bottom of the 5th. Runners are at the corners now with 2 outs for Finn Stewart. As going to be called time, so Armstrong can show his signs with runners at the corners and 2 outs, the usual for a catcher. Finn Stewart ready to give the Black Bears the lead, hopefully. Leads the team in RBIs with 15. Had a 3-hit day yesterday, but is 0 for 2 today. Now a 3-4-7 this series. In the turf for ball 1. After Stewart, it'll be Sable if Stewart gets on. Black Bears have all tied things up. That's ripped foul. It'll get out of play and one hop off the bullpen. And it's 1-1. Both teams two runs, 3 hits. Black Bears have the 1 error compared to the Drifters 0. But either way, the game tied up at 2 apiece. 1-1, runner goes. In the dirt, ball 2. Throw on to second is not in time. Great attempt at a tag from Starr, but just misses it. As Liam Barrett has his first stolen base of the season. And runners are at second and third with 2 outs. Now the 2-1. Fly ball into deep right field. Going after it is Chavez. He dives and it'll get past him. 1 run is in. Barrett will score. Finn Stewart, a 2 RBI double, and the Bears have taken a 4-2 lead. Finn Stewart extends his team-leading RBI total to 17 as he brings in 2, and the Bears are back on top. It's 4-2. All of a sudden, in 1 inning, Black Bears are in the driver's seat, have a 4-2 lead. Very good effort in right by Chavez, just wasn't able to pick it up. If he caught it, it would have saved those 2 runs from scoring, but gets past him, and now Bears are up 2 after being down 2 to start the inning. First pitch was a ball to Sable. Has 2 flyouts so far today. Now the 1-0 is a foul off to the left side. 1-1 to Sable. Finn Stewart, 17 RBIs. That was actually his first double of the season. He has 20 hits, 1 triple, 1 homer. That was his first double of the season. Ripped over to first and past Miller. That's going to get all the way to the corner. Finn Stewart will come around to score as Jarrett Sable has an RBI double, and it's 5-2 Bears. What an inning. 5 runs have scored. It is 5-2. This is the type of inning that these Black Bears have needed for pretty much the entire season. They're looking to win the series, win their first series at home. And now they have a good cushion, a 3-run lead. And might not be done. Jeremiah Crane stands in. First pitch is high for ball 1. Braden Oram, who led off the inning with a single, is on deck. As if Crane gets on, they'll have batted around here in the bottom of the 5th. This is the 1-0. It's low. Well, the 5 runs in this inning have tied the season high for runs in an inning by this team. Scored 5 in an inning on the 17th, the 24th, and the 25th. And now today, fly ball, foul ground. Miller could be playable for him. It looks like it will be at the netting, but no, it will get out. Crane gets lucky as the wind might have pushed it out of play. And it's 2-1. If this run scores at second in Sable, he'll be the most runs scored in an inning for the Bears this season. It's 6. Well, the Black Bears taking advantage of Maloney coming out of the game and now are hitting the ball very well against Jackson Went. 2-1. High ball 3. Only one walk for Drifters pitching today. That came of Orem. Orem's reached twice, and he's on deck. Could bat for the second time this inning. Scored the first of 5 runs this inning. 3-1. That is ball 4. So a walk to Jeremiah Crane. Jackson Went's first walk of the day, and the Black Bears have batted around here in the 5th. Braden Orem, who led off the inning with a single, is back and ready to go against a new pitcher. He faced off against Maloney to start the inning. Now we're still in the 5th, and he's back facing off against Went. First pitch fastball will hit the zone for strike 1. Sable on second, Crane on first. Double by Sable drove in a run, and the walk to Crane as he is now reached in 3 of his 4 at-bats due to a walk or a hit by pitch. One into left field. Under it is Brown, and he'll make the grab for out number 3, but the Black Bears have retaliated in a huge way as they score 5 in the bottom of the 5th and take a 5-2 lead heading to the 6th here at David Story Field.
Dick Hanna Toyota is proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends and watch these talented baseball players. The folks over at Dick Hanna Toyota know a thing or two about nice. Dick Hanna has been around for over 75 years, and they're a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community. Dick Hanna Toyota. Believe in nice.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
Well, the vibes have absolutely shifted here at David Story Field from one of, wow, we might get no hit to, wow, we're up 3 after a 5-run, 5-hit outburst in the 5th. Only makes sense you get 5 runs and 5 hits in the 5th inning. Cooper Mullins leads it off against Matt Sherwood, who is now in line for the win if this score holds. That'll be outside for ball 1 to Mullins. 0 for 2, 2 groundouts to second. Sherwood's pitched a good 2 scoreless after 1 run comes in the 2nd and the 3rd for the Drifters. So that one's fouled off, and it's 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Ripped into shallow center, and Orem throwing to first on multiple hops, but it is not in time as Mullins reaches on the infield single. It seemed like Orem might have fallen over a little bit. It was definitely going to be a close play. Orem definitely tried his best, but he wasn't able to get it there in time. Take a look at the replay. It looks like he just kind of tripped over his own feet. He was ranging a lot to his right. It was about 4 hops. Outside for ball 1 to Isaiah Ibarra. Ibarra 1 for 2 as a double. Came around to score in the 2nd inning and as a fly out to center. As a man on first here with nobody out. So that's high for ball 2. Last thing Black Bears want to do is squander a lead that they just got back. Leadoff man on first in Mullins, 5 for 7 on steals. There's one right down the middle on the fastball for strike one. Bar 1 for 6 in this series so far. Black Bears looking to take the season series if they win this one. Would be the first season series they've clinched. They did win 3 against Yakima, but those 3 games are going to be in the start of August here at David Story Field, as that one's outside for ball 3. Walla Walla for 3 this week, and then the Nighthawks for 2. 8-game homestand here we're in the middle of, which is good. Being at home for more than 3 games is kind of fun. Runner goes, called strike 2, throw on to second. Is not in time. Ibarra is walking to first, even though that was ball 4, or that was strike 2. It was called strike 2. It's a full count, but I guess Ibarra didn't hear that. He thought it was ball 4, so he was on his way to first. A little bit of a miscommunication, but Ibarra back out there. Runner on second now with nobody out after Cooper Mullins' 6th stolen base of the season. Now the 3-2 from Sherwood. Grounder over to short. It'll be caught by Lundberg. Throw on to first. Is going to get past Meissner, and scoring is Mullins. Well, it looked like he got it caught in the sun. Sun might have gotten in his eyes, as he might not have had his sunglasses on. And it costs them a run as Mullins scores, and it's 5-3. That's going to be the second error of the day. Ripped on to second, caught at Orem, throw on to first. And in time, a double play. Well, that's a way to come back from an error. A swift double play on the liner to Orem. Tosses it over to Meissner at first to get both of them.
For the Drifters, the catcher, number 35, Preston Armstrong.
Quickly 2 outs now in the top of the 6th, as the run will be unearned to Sherwood. Big swing and a miss from Armstrong. Oh, 1. Swung on and missed. It's 0-2. One strike away from getting out of this one, sending it to the bottom of the 6th, as that one's off the end of the bat. Tapped foul over to the Bears dugout. It'll stay 0-2. Well, the sun's starting to set behind the trees, which helps out some of the fans, but as we saw, not really helping the right side of the infield. And Finn Stewart out and right. A little bit low, and it's 1-2. Wind blowing. I think you can guess where it's coming from, left or right, of course. Fly ball into shallow right field. Finn Stewart will call everyone off and make the grab for out number 3. So a run does come in for the Drifters after the error, and it is now 5-3. Black Bears heading to the bottom of the 6th.
Hey there, everyone. It's me, the voice of summer. And I'm here to talk to you about the Seize the Debit Summer Sweepstakes by Fiber Federal Credit Union. It's good, clean fun in the sun where some lucky member could win bigger than a giant wave off Maui. So roll out the blanket, put some surf tunes on, and use your Fiber debit card to catch your share of our $9,000 plus prize wave. Every time you use your Fiber debit card for a purchase of $5 or more, you'll be entered into our Seize the Debit Summer Sweepstakes. Like the sea, you know, with water and swimsuits. 3 Fiber family members each week will win $100, and one member will win the $5,000 grand prize October 1st. Whew. I'm getting dizzy just thinking about all the cha-chaing I can do with that moolah. Visit fibercu.com/sweepstakes for the official rules, and cowabunga if you must. Fiber Federal Credit Union. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union. Odds of winning depend on number of entries received. No purchase necessary to win. Federally insured by NCUA.
Well, after further review, the Ibarra, what we thought was an error, he reached and ended up scoring Mullins, is going to be ruled as a base hit. RBI single for Ibarra, which makes it 5-3. Bottom of the 6th now is the new pitcher for the Springfield Drifters is going to be one Diego Carrillo. Well, Diego Carrillo pitched yesterday. Pitched yesterday an inning, gave up a run, hit 2 walks. Now has 10 walks on the season, so he might be a little wild considering how things go today. But it'll be Meissner to lead it off. Meissner, Williams, then Lundberg, the bottom 3 in the lineup. Here in the 6th after the 5-run 5th inning in which the Black Bears batted around. That's a fly ball into center field on the first pitch. And Brooks will make the grab for out number 1. Good start for Carrillo. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that will bring up Holt Williams.
Now batting for the Black Bears, the catcher number 5, Holt Williams.
Well, Holt Williams' single started the scoring in the 5th. His single brought in Orem. Ended up advancing to second and coming around to score himself on the Liam Barrett RBI single, as that's strike 1. Carrillo for Yakima Valley College's freshman year this season. Fouled back to the netting. Has gotten a couple at-bats in a game. Played against Cowlitz on the 22nd in game 1 of the doubleheader. It's the only time where he's gotten some offense. He went 0 for 2. That's ripped into left field, and it will fall foul. It'll stay 0-2. Holt Williams is very good at making contact with the ball. He's able to been getting some hits so far, and he's had a very good start to the season for the Bears. Started a rally in the last inning. That is just low for ball 1. That's a very close call. But called ball 1 in favor of Holt, and it's 1-2. One-two pitch. Outside, 2-1, 2-2. 2-2. Carrillo at 6'6", 210 pounds. They got some tall guys doing the pitching in Springfield. 2-2. Grounder over to third, but it'll be foul. Honema playing on the line over at third. He's been able to reach a couple of those that have been foul. Playing very close to that line. Also gives a lot of space with Ryan Starr at short in between to the left of second base. Fly ball into deep left field. Going back on it is Brown, and he'll make the catch at the base of the track for out number 2. Well, Holt Williams gives it a good ride, but not far enough. Trying to fight the wind that's blowing very swiftly from left to right. And that'll bring up Lundberg, who was hit by a pitch, got nicked on the shoulder by Jackson Wentz fastball. Ended up coming around to score on the Finn Stewart 2 RBI double. And first pitch grounded up the middle and through for a base hit. Braden Lundberg has 3 hits in his past 2 games. And now he's got a single here in the bottom of the 6th. Back to the top of the lineup in Priest. Well, Priest and Meissner are the only 2 guys in the starting lineup who have not reached yet today. Priest has 3 groundouts, 1 being a bunt in his last at-bat, but otherwise 2 groundouts to third as he swings and misses for a strike 1. Lundberg 1 for 3 on steals. He's gone caught stealing in his past 2 games against Springfield in Game 1 and Portland in Game 3 of that series. 0-1. Bit low, 1-1. Carrillo an 8.59 ERA after his 1 earned run. Round 7 1/3 has given up 7 earned runs. This is his 8th game of the season. Doesn't have a start yet. Has mostly been in the bullpen. 1-1. Off the end of the bat, foul. Some backspin on it as it rolls over to the dugout of the Bears, and it's 1-2. Well, the Drifters and the Black Bears have been all tied up now after the Bears win yesterday. Springfield and Cowlitz have gone 11-11 in Springfield's franchise history since 2022. They've gone 6-6 at Springfield. Throw back onto first. It is not in time. And they've gone 5-5 here at Cowlitz. So they're all tied up, whether it be here or in Springfield. Whoever wins this one gets the advantage now, 12 games to 11. If the score holds, it's going to be Cowlitz. A little bit in the dirt, and it's 3-2. Good at-bat from Priest, going 0-2 to 3-2 in his 4th at-bat. 265 on the year. Had a good start, but has sort of gone back to earth in his past week, other than a 3-hit game at Corvallis last Sunday. 3-2 runner goes, swung on and missed, strike 3. So the first strikeout for Diego Carrillo. It'll end at the bottom of the 6th. As we head to the top of the 7th, the Black Bears still have the 5-3 lead.
Take it over, Kelsey.
All right, guys, good evening. We have a somersault race. We have a good handful of games.
You know what it takes to be successful. When you're ready for a bank that looks at the world like you do. Bank outside the ordinary with Heritage Bank. Located here in Longview at 927 Commerce or online at heritagebanknw.com. That's heritagebanknw.com. Member FDIC.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com. Head to the store and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
You can join them. Work out at the club 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, in a secure atmosphere with tanning included. You join and mention this ad, you're going to get a $25 gift card to the Longview Grocery Outlet.
Well, I mentioned earlier that Matt Sherwood is being used as a long reliever, and boy, he is relieving quite long today. Now in his 4th inning. He'll take on Honma, Brown, and Starr, the bottom 3 in the lineup. In the top of the 7th. Black Bears have had some good pitching so far in this series. Have given up 3 in both games. So that's going to hit the zone for strike 1. Considering the fact they gave up 26 runs in 2 games against Portland, this is very nice. And quickly, Honma's down 0-2. Well, Honma is 0 for 2, reached on an error by Orem. Ended up scoring Ibarra and struck out looking. That goes flying, and it's going to hit the netting. Well, we saw that happen multiple times in Corvallis. As it keeps happening to lefties. They keep flinging the bats over towards the Bears' dugout. It just keeps on happening. I don't know why it's just lefties. I don't know why it keeps happening, but they're going to need to put some pine tar or something to get more grip on the bats. Very interesting that it just keeps happening when the Bears are. I'm not saying it's intentional, of course. It's nowhere near intentional. I'm just saying it's a funny coincidence. 1-2 though. 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Second strikeout of the day for Matt Sherwood. Fourth for Bears pitching, and Honma's down swinging. Striking out for the second time today. One out here in the top of the 7th, and that'll bring up Elliott Brown. First pitch ripped over to second, and Orem positioned perfectly once again. We had a line out to Orem in the last inning, and he was able to double off Ibarra at first. And that one, he didn't even have to move. Second L4 in 2 innings. And 2 quick outs for Sherwood. He might be able to pitch the 8th at this rate. Has to get Brian Starr out here, though. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Starr has a single and a strikeout. Second strikeout of 2 for Aber. In the turf, and it's 1-1. Starr part of that NWAC winning Lynn Benton squad. 37 games for them. 271 average, 36 hits. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Well, Black Bears struck out 5 guys yesterday. So far 4 today, but a 1-2 from Sherwood. Another one in the turf, and it's 2-2. Well, Sherwood trying to go 4 scoreless, technically no earned runs. 2-2. Off the end of the bat, fouled off to the right side. Five runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Black Bears, and 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Drifters. 2-2. Fly ball into shallow left field. Running after it is Lundberg. He'll call everyone off, and he'll make the grab for out number 3. Matt Sherwood pitching great in relief of Hudson Aber. He throws a 1-2-3 frame, and it's time to stretch here at David Story Field. The Black Bears have a 5-3 lead.
Join the Cowlitz Black Bears for a summer full of fun with $3 Tuesdays and kids and free Sundays. Every Tuesday home game, general admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, and domestic canned beer are all just $3. Plus, every Sunday, kids 12 and under get free admission when accompanied by an adult thanks to Peace Health and the Daily News. Don't miss out on affordable family fun every Tuesday and Sunday with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Get your tickets today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Communication provided by your local K Wireless system. For all your two-way radio and TV needs, visit your local K Wireless system.
Join the Black Bears for a night to remember on Thursday, July 24th. Bring the kids out to the ballpark for the always popular Dash for Cash, presented by Heritage Bank. All kids 12 and under will get to go on the field to dash for their share of $1,000 in cash. Then, stick around after the game as the Black Bears light up the night sky with their first ever drone show, presented by Pacific Tech Construction and Western Fabrication. Tickets will go fast. Get yours today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Actually, no, Bull Durham. Bottom of the 7th inning. Hopefully everyone is stretched and ready to go for the rest of this one, as it is another close one between these two squads, but the good guys are on top by 2. It's 5-3 Cowlitz. 2 lefties to come up in the top 3. It'll be Sable, Crane, and Orem top 3, and both of them two of them lefties to face off against the new lefty pitcher for the Drifters, Michael Klein. Michael Klein from Fresno City College, redshirt sophomore year. Pitched in game 1 of the doubleheader on the 22nd against the Bears through a scoreless frame. Shows bunt, and it'll be foul down the third base line. Klein is probably their best bullpen arm. 2.17 ERA and 20 2/3. his 13th game of the season. Pitching very well, 21 strikeouts to 12 walks. He's only given up earned runs on 2 of his appearances as Barrett, Matrix. Ball 1 as it was a very close call. 1-1. Fouls one back to the netting, and it's 1-2. Sun's starting to get a little cold here at David Story Field. These might have to be needed. We'll see. 1-2. That one's in the turf, gets past Armstrong, and it's knotted up at 2 apiece. Klein only gave up runs in 2 of his appearances. One came against Cowlitz on the 26th, then one came against Portland. Ripped over to first and caught by Miller. They got a good piece of it, Barrett, but it was right to first. And that's out number 1.
The right fielder, number 19, Finnegan Stewart.
That'll bring up Finn Stewart. He is 1 for 3, but his one hit was a 2 RBI double that gave the Bears a 4-2 lead. Now it's 5-3. First pitch in the turf for ball 1. Well, Klein got his season high in strikeouts against Ridgefield. He pitched 3 2/3, gave up the 3 runs on 2 hits, but also struck out 5. It's a very up and down outing then. That'll miss for ball 2. His last outing came against Ridgefield. He threw 3 hitless innings in relief against the Raptors on the 2nd in their 5-4 victory, part of their 3-game sweep against Ridgefield at home. 2-0. Inside, 3-0. Klein has walked 12 guys this season. An outing on the 26th against Ridgefield, he walked 3. That's his season high. Drifters have already walked 2 so far today. But that one is down the middle on the fastball, and it's 3-1. Also walked 3 guys in his first appearance on May 30th against the Sweets. And there's walk number 1 for him as he gets Finn Stewart on the base on balls. 3rd walk of the day for Drifters pitching. And that will bring up Jarrett Sable with 1 out and a man on. First pitch to Sables down the middle for strike 1. Sable hit a double of his own to score Finn Stewart from second. Drove in that 5th run in the 5th inning. 0-1. Bit low. It's 1-1. That one was at the shins. Bit too low for the liking of home plate umpire Jim Courtney. Well, yesterday, Black Bears won 4-3 on the 4th of July. That was their first 4th of July victory since 2017. They're back to first is not in time. 2017, July 4th, they won 5-3 against the Wenatchee Apple Sox. And since then, they have either lost on 4th of July or just haven't played on the 4th of July. 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Klein, 30 innings for Fresno City this season. Originally from Fresno, so playing in his hometown, along with Sonny Pena, who is also on this squad. Haven't seen him yet, though, this series. Outside, 3-1. Now, this was a good Fresno City team that finished 37-9. 22-1 at home and 22-1 in conference play. They lost in the 3C2A North Finals against West Valley. 3-1. Fouls one back, and the count is up and full at 3-2. Had a good season at Fresno City, 2.1 ERA, 14 walks to 44 strikeouts, a 13.2 K per nine. Great season for Klein, and he's having a good season in the West Coast League. And that is strike 3 to Sable, but Finn Stewart will take second. So the strike him out, throw him out didn't work, but yeah, he got one of it. Got the strike him out. Didn't get to throw him out, though, as that is the first strikeout for Michael Klein. He's now up to 22 on the season. Fifth strikeout of the day for Drifters pitching. Man on second now in Finn Stewart after his fourth stolen base, and that'll bring up Jeremiah Crane. First pitch is fouled way up and out of play out of the right side. And it's 0-1. Crane in his first start is 0 for 1, but has reached twice on a hit by pitch and a walk. Doesn't have a base hit yet this season, but he has found other ways to get on. 0-1. That's ripped into left field, and that'll drop in for a base hit, and it bounces over the head of Brown. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. Finn Stewart will score, and it's a double for Crane. Jeremiah Crane, first hit of the season, first double of the season, and first RBI of the season. He brings in Finn Stewart, and it's 6-3 Black Bears. That was a weird hop. It got past Brown all the way to the fence near the bullpen. And after one run comes in for the Drifters in the top of the sixth, they've gotten their 3-run lead back. So Crane switches places with Stewart, brings him in, and that will bring up Braden Oram. Outside for ball one. That's the first run that Klein has given up since the 26th against Ridgefield in that outing, which he gave up 3. He's been pretty dominant since then, but has given up the 1 so far in this inning, as that one's inside, and it's 2-0. Oram 1 for 2, has a walk, has a single, scored the first of the 5 runs that scored in the bottom of the 5th. Has a man on second with 2 outs. 2-0, fly ball into center field. Brooks falls back, moves forward a bit, and will make the grab for out number 3. But the Bears are back up 3 after a Jeremiah Crane RBI double. It is 6-3, heading to the top of the 8th.
Join the Black Bears on Saturday, July 12th in the night to honor the brave men and women in our community with a special First Responders Jersey auction presented by Steelscape. Fans will get to bid on these special edition game-worn jerseys, and the winning bidder will be invited onto the field for photos after the game. Each jersey will feature a patch representing one of the local law enforcement and fire agencies around Cowlitz County. 100% of the proceeds from the jersey auction will go toward Cowlitz County Habitat for Humanity. Get your tickets today at CowlitzBlackBears.com to be a part of this special event.
Join us Thursday, July 10th, as LCD is powering up the fun with an exciting league mat giveaway. Join a fan through the gates.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
Weather Guard. Leading off the top of the 8th for the Drifters at the top of the lineup.
Well, Matt Sherwood is pitching very well, and he'll get the 8th today for the Bears. See how big of a leash he gets. He's going to face off against 2 lefties in the first 3. It'll be Jack Brooks, Cesar Chavez, and Cooper Mullins. First pitch just misses, and it's 1-0. Sherwood kicks and deals the 1-0. Outside ball 2. Bears are 6 outs away from picking up their second win in a row and taking the series at home against Springfield. Fly ball into center field, right center. It'll be Priest. He'll call off Finn Stewart and make the grab for out number 1. That will bring up Cesar Chavez. 1 for 3 as a single. Ended up advancing to third but didn't score. That's 2 ground outs, 1 to third, 1 to short. Second time facing Sherwood today. First pitch misses low for ball 1. Fly ball shallow center. Orem will reach, but it'll drop in for a base hit. Cesar Chavez finds no man's land, and he's got 2 hits on the day. Oh, believe it or not, the last time the Black Bears have scored 6 in a game was in the 3rd game of the Port Angeles series. They scored 7 and ended up losing 10-7. Have not scored more than 6, or have not scored 6 or more since then. As Dan Spencer looks like he will make the change. Gives up the single to Cesar Chavez, and with a lefty coming in, it'll be a new guy. We'll see. Possibly. Not too sure quite yet. Hold on. They're getting there. There's a new guy. There's a guy in the bullpen. Who is that? I don't know who that is. Oh, Sherwood's going to stay in. Oh. That might have talked his way out of getting pulled from this game. I'm sure if he doesn't get the last 2 outs here, if somebody else gets on, he'll probably get pulled. But for now, it's him against Mullins. Man on first, 1 out. First pitch to Mullins is going to miss for ball 1. Interesting call for Jim Courtney, home plate umpire. He's called a couple that have seemed like they've been in the zone. 1-0. That one will hit the zone for strike 1. Looks like Hayden Thompson in the bullpen for the Black Bears. Throw back to first and almost got past Meissner, but he's able to hold on to it. But not in time, as Chavez is back in safely. 3 for 5 on stolen bases so far today. Not today, this season. One. Fouled off, and it's 1-2. Sherwood trying to throw another scoreless and keep the Bears up 3. Heading to the bottom of the 8th. He's already got 1 out, but the single to Chavez has him on first. Mullins gets a piece of it, fouls it away, and it stays at 1-2. Now another 1-2. Before that, a throw back to first, and not in time. Chavez now has 4 hits in this series. Has been probably the best player offensively for them in these past 2 games. Fly ball into right field. Finn Stewart's under it, and he'll make the grab for out number 2. Oh, that out might have bought Sherwood another batter, as he'll face off against Ibarra. And maybe I'll be completely wrong, and Dan Spencer will make the change right now. See, this is why I'm not a coach, because I would have kept him in. Let him throw 5, but Dan Spencer, reason he's a head coach, he'll pull Sherwood. An amazing outing for Matt, as he is responsible for the runner on first, but he goes 4 2/3, 4 hits, 1 run. No walks and 2 strikeouts. Great in relief for Sherwood, as it'll be Hayden Thompson to face off against Ibarra with a man on first and 2 outs.
Dick Hanna Toyota is proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends and watch these talented baseball players. The folks over at Dick Hanna Toyota know a thing or two about nice. Dick Hanna has been around for over 75 years, and they're a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community. Dick Hanna Toyota. Believe in nice.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, training your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
Radio stations and proud sponsors of Fiber Family Fridays. 100.7 KOG.
It will be Hayden Thompson out of LSU Shreveport to step in for Sherwood after a very solid 4 2/3. Thompson will try to minimize damage and keep the runner on first in Chavez from coming around to score. Black Bears have a fairly comfortable 3-run lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Sorry, no, top of the 8th. Ibarra will stand in. Chavez will head to first, and it will be Thompson trying to close things out here in the top of the 8th. And maybe the 9th if he's able to get a quick out here. Pitched against Portland on Thursday, gave up 4 earned in 2/3 of an inning. This pitch strike 1 to Ibarra. That was a very good Portland offense that, the team's 24-5. Like, what are you going to do about that? 0-1, breaking ball. Almost got past Holt Williams, but he's able to recover, and no advance for Chavez. Five runs in the 5th, 1 in the 7th for the Bears as they lead at 6-3. There's the 1-1. Breaking ball misses a bit high, and it's 2-1. Sun setting here in Longview on a beautiful Saturday night. It's always beautiful here at David Story Field, huh? Two-one. Right down the middle on the fastball, and it's 2-2. Thompson 1 strike away from getting out of this one and keeping Sherwood at just the 1 earned. Now the 2-2 runner goes, and it's dropped by Holt Williams. Ball 3, and taking second is Chavez. That's his 5th stolen base, his 2nd today. And that will be now a full count with 2 outs to Ibarra. Drifters got to put some offense together here. They only have 4 outs to work with. 3-2. Strike 3 called! Hayden Thompson is fired up as he gets Ibarra looking. As we head to the bottom of the 8th, Hayden Thompson gets out of it. Sherwood finishes with the only the 1 earned run, and the Bears stay at a 6-3 advantage.
Hey there, everyone. It's me, the voice of summer. And I'm here to talk to you about the Seize the Debit Summer Sweepstakes by Fiber Federal Credit Union. It's good, clean fun in the sun where some lucky member could win bigger than a giant wave off Maui. So roll out the blanket, put some surf tunes on, and use your Fiber debit card to catch your share of our $9,000 plus prize wave. Every time you use your Fiber debit card for a purchase of $5 or more, you'll be entered into our Seize the Debit Summer Sweepstakes. Like the sea, with water and swimsuits. 3 Fiber family members each week will win $100, and 1 member will win the $5,000 grand prize October 1st. Whew, I'm getting dizzy just thinking about all the cha-chaing I can do with that moolah. Visit fibercu.com/sweepstakes for the official rules, and cowabunga if you must. Fiber Federal Credit Union. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union. Odds of winning depend on number of entries received. No purchase necessary to win. Federally insured by NCUA.
Bottom of the 8th, a very clutch strikeout from Hayden Thompson keeps the score at 6-3 Cowlitz. It'll be Jack Meissner to lead off, and he'll take strike 1. Meissner, Williams, Lundberg, the bottom 3 in the order. They'll lead it off in the 8th. Black Bears 3 outs away from winning game 2. Down for ball 1 to Meissner, who is 0 for 3 on the day. Swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. Michael Klein still out there. 1-2 in the dirt, and it's 2-2. Oh, Meissner has 2 flyouts, 1 to left, 1 to center, and a ground out to Nolan Miller at first. Haven't seen any substitutions, which is a rarity. Over to short and caught by Starr. We've seen a lot of lineouts today. Meissner getting some good wood on the ball, but he's been getting very unlucky today. He's now 0 for 4. That'll bring up Holt Williams, 1 for 3. Did an RBI single, drove in the first of those 5 runs in the bottom of the 5th. So that's outside for ball 1. One-0. Swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. Klein gives up the 1 earned so far. That is his 6th earned run given up so far this season. Swung on and missed again, and it's 1-2. One out, no one on. Sun setting here at David Story Field, and that's swung on and missed for strike 3. Michael Klein, his 2nd strikeout of the day. And there's now 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. I think it's about that time we take a look at some of the other scores in the West Coast League. The Sweets have beaten the Pippins by a score of 5-1. The Knights are up on the Elks 8-0. And the Harbor Cats are up 6-0 on the Ridgefield Raptors. The Berries are beating the Pickles again, 4-2 in the top of the 9th. The Berries are a very scary second-half team. They're already 4-0. Meanwhile, the Raptors are 0-4 and might be 0-5 soon, since they're already down 6. Fly ball into right field. Under it is Chavez, and he'll make the grab. So an easy 1-2-3 frame for Klein, but 3 outs to go. Hayden Thompson is back out there looking to possibly get a save. And it's 6-3 Black Bears heading to the top of the 9th.
You know what it takes to be successful. When you're ready for a bank that looks at the world like you do. Bank outside the ordinary with Heritage Bank. Located here in Longview at 927 Commerce or online at heritagebanknw.com. That's heritagebanknw.com. Member FDIC.
Black Bears Baseball is brought to you by Three Rivers
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com. Head to the store and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Top of the ninth, Black Bears 3 outs away from taking the series against the Springfield Drifters and winning their first home series of 2025. Hayden Thompson, who had a very clutch strikeout of Ibarra with a man on second, ended up staying scoreless in the eighth. It'll be Nolan Miller to lead it off. Miller, Armstrong, and Honma, the top three, barring any sort of pinch hitting changes. Holt, Williams still behind the dish. Nobody really switched positions. Still the same 9 that we started with for the Bears. It will be Nolan Miller. Miller 0 for 3 so far today. First pitch. Curveball hits the zone for strike one. Nolan Miller 0 for 3, has 2 groundouts to second and a line out to second. Has only hit the ball to second today. Chopper down the right field line, but foul. Miller and Armstrong have combined to go 0 for 6 so far today. Thompson now in a good pitcher's count, 0 for 2. High for ball 1. Gonna get the second straight strikeout. Thompson trying to get Miller 0 for 4. Gets a piece of it, fouls it away, and it stays at 1 and 2. Here's another 1-2. Just misses outside, and the count is evened up at 2 apiece. Now the 2-2. That is low for ball 3. So 0-2 to 3-2 for Miller. And now the payoff. Strike 3 called. Another one paints the corner. Thompson has his second straight strikeout, and that's out number 1 in the 9th.
For the Drifters, the catcher, number 35, Preston Armstrong.
That is ball 1 to Armstrong. So it looks like no changes will be made for Jeff Lyle's squad as Honma is on deck. That is strike 1. And plate umpire Jim Courtney calling the outside pitches. 1-1. Bit low, and it's 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That is going to hit the inside half for strike 2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. 7 strikeouts for the Bears today. Hayden Thompson has faced 3 guys, struck them all out. And now it is up to Logan Honma. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Thompson trying to win it for the Bears here. Fly ball into shallow left field. It'll be Lundberg. He'll make the grab, and that'll do it. The Black Bears have won Game 2 of the series, and they take the series against the Springfield Drifters here at David Story Field. They are now over 500 in the second half at 2-1 as the Bears win it 6-3. 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Black Bears. On the other side, the Drifters fall to 12-17 on the season as they finish with 3 runs on 6 hits with no errors. The Black Bears are looking for the home sweep tomorrow. We will see you then. It is a 1:05 first pitch Sunday afternoon matinee game as the Black Bears look for the sweep. Until then, for everybody here in the press box and everyone here at David Story Field, I'm Evan Patoka. We will see you tomorrow afternoon for Game 3 of this 3-game series.